Exercise 2. Let's make a web page. I'm going to open up Text Wrangler and get started. Text Wrangler opens up a brand new window for me automatically. And I'm going to position it here right next to my browser. In this case, I'm using Firefox. Let's save this untitled document as exercise2.html and save as ex2 HTML. The suffix is very important, and where you save it is important. I'm going to go to my desktop. Let's see. Users. There's me. Desktop. Here we go. And I'll make a new folder, and I'll call this my web files. It doesn't matter what you call it, but you need to put all of your files together in one folder and keep them there. You'll be transferring them up to the web server later. And exercise 2, web files. Let's save it. Excellent. I'll be needing the HTML skeleton to put into my HTML file. I can either get it from one of the tutorial pages, or I'll just copy the skeleton right here out of the web page. Command-C or Control-C on your PC. I'm on a Mac. Will allow you to copy and paste this skeleton in place. Now notice there's two important parts of this skeleton. The head section, which contains information for the browser, and then the body section, which contains all the content you want your users to see. Everything's going to be either in the head section or in the body section and nowhere else. This doc type tells the browser the rules it needs to follow. So all is well. Let's make up a title. For and we'll save it. I'm going to view this web file now in my browser. I'll create a new tab, clicking here, and say File, Open a File. And on my desktop, let's see, there it is. There's my files, there's my web files, there's my exercise 2. Open. Wow. Actually, this is what we expect. Nothing in the viewport of the browser because there's no content between the body tags. The title, though, notice appears up here in the tab. Very cool. Now for this project, you'll need to produce 2 headings and 3 paragraphs. So you'll need to write something about your final project. Luckily, I have some pre-prepared text. File, let's open a file in Text Wrangler. And on my desktop, oh, come on. There we have it. There's my proposal. So I'll open that. And here's some text. Let me grab all of it, edit, copy it, and then I can close this file. I'll put my cursor between the body tags because I'm pasting in content. File, or edit, paste, And there's a lot of text. Okay. I'm going to hide my files under the View menu. Let's hide files. That'll give me a little bit more room here. And notice these are long lines of text. So under the T in my toolbar, I can say soft wrap my text. And that will bring it in, at least for my preferences, to the width of the window. You can see it looks like I've got some paragraphs already, but I don't. Also, it's very important, if you're taking your file or copying your text from a word processing document like Word, under text, you can say zap gremlins. This will get rid of curly quotes and other characters that won't translate over into the web. And that's on Text Wrangler for the Mac. Let's save this file. Command S. And back over to my browser, I'll right-click above it and say reload this page. So see what it looks like here. When I hit reload on the page, notice it's all one big blob of text. We need to format this text in order to make it have any sense at all. Let's get started formatting. I'm going to start, because this looks like a big heading here, I'll make an H1 tag, and then I'll close it. Let's save it, jump to the browser, right-click and reload. And notice now I've got a big heading on top of the page. This is the importance of the closing heading tag, or any closing tag. Let me cut that out. Let's save it again. Let's hit reload on the browser. Now everything's a giant heading. Your closing tag stops the effect of the formatting tag that you're using. Paste that back in, save it, reload. I'll go back and forth all the time checking on how things look as I build it. Let's try a paragraph tag here. P for paragraph, and I'll close it right here. /P, close the bracket, save it. By defining our paragraph now, it has space above it, space below it, and it's separate from all the rest of the lines of text. This looks like another heading. I'll put in an H2 tag. H2. Save it again. Command S. I'll right-click and reload. There's my H2 heading. Notice it's smaller than the H1 heading. They perform as levels on an outline of the page, so keep that in mind. So here's a series of what looks like a bunch of paragraphs. I'm going to do something that will save me a little time. Okay, I'll start a paragraph. After the paragraph ends, I'll close it. Okay. I know I need to start a new paragraph. And I'll copy and paste between the paragraphs on the page to take advantage of the computer because I'm a poor typist. Close my paragraph in the end, save it, and we should be done. Let's look at it now. We'll come here, right-click, reload, and there's all my paragraphs. They're sort of short paragraphs. The line links aren't very appealing, but you can see as we make the page smaller, on a phone it would look nice. Don't worry about how it looks right now. Just worry about getting the structure properly built. When we get into styles, we'll worry about how things look. Have fun with this.